Hello, everyone. I'm Isaac Dutcher.
And I'm Cody Davies.
And this is Ravens Watch. We are going to grade each first round pick from the draft, and we're going to be honest. It's going to be based off where the player was. Was it a reach? Was it a steal? How good we think that player is, and just everything like that. We're going to kick it off with the Jaguars pick, which may be a little bit of a shocker to some people. I was split on it. I thought it could have been Hutchinson or Walker. It just seems like a weird pick at number one overall, which a classic year ago he wouldn't even be a first rounder. It's just weird, it's complicated.
I thought it was going to be Aiden Hutchinson.
Me
for
too.
Sure.
Me too.
Aiden Hutchinson would have been a safer pick.
Yeah, easily.
I don't want to say safer pick, but I feel like they got a little too optimistic with it.
I agree. That's what I think. Because it's like, this man has less sacks in all his 3 years at Georgia than Hutchinson had in one. It's like Hutchinson had 14 sacks. I think Walker has 9 in his whole career at Georgia.
Yeah, so.
All right. My grade for Trayvon Walker, I'm gonna give that pick a C plus just because Hutchinson was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. I'm gonna give the grade. I'm gonna give it an A minus. He's still a stud, but I feel like the only reason it's an A minus, you had Aiden Hutchinson there.
Yeah.
A safer pick. He's more proven. Obviously none of these guys are proven in the league, but he's more proven just as a player.
Yeah. To Aiden Hutchinson, which was actually found out the NFL was mad at Detroit because they submitted the pick too fast. That was actually, remember when we were looking at it and the pick was in apparently 18 seconds? That was apparently how fast it was submitted. Hutchinson, that leads me to give Hutchinson an A plus grade. Literally best player available. Very big, relentless pass rusher. They get him there too. No brainer decision. I'm gonna give it A plus.
Definitely overall good player. Great player, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like this was the most obvious second overall pick ever.
Yeah, dude, it was very obvious.
Yeah. Happy for him that he gets to stay in Michigan.
Right.
So that's good. I'm gonna give it an A plus.
Yes, sir. All right, Derek Stingley. I'm gonna give this pick. An A. Best corner available on my board. I just thought there were other needs. Maybe I would have gone Thibodeau or maybe offensive tackle, but they go corner. They get the best one there, and Derek Stingley is very good. I'm gonna give it an A.
All right. So for this pick, obviously it was highly unexpected.
Yeah.
For Derek Stingley to go at third overall.
Right.
Great for the Texans in being a little more on the optimistic side
Yeah.
for taking that risk
For
at
sure.
pick number 3.
Yeah.
They obviously saw something in him that not a lot of other teams saw. I'm gonna give this pick A flat.
There you go.
So yeah, I hope he does well.
For sure. Here on. Sauce Gardner goes 4th overall to the New York Jets. I think we all kind of predicted that at our table at the draft party. It had to be Sauce. Stingley went before then. They were probably shocked. So they go Sauce Gardner at 4. And I have him as my 7th ranked prospect in the class. So it's like a 3-spot rank, reach. But think about it. There's not too many positions they would have got anyways. I thought the better pick might have been Kayvon Thibodeau at 4. They opt to go corner. Sauce Gardner. Everyone's heard about Sauce. But I'm going to grade this pick. I'm going to grade this pick an A. None of these picks early rounds are when it gets to the later rounds, I give them really good grades just because of value. Sauce Gardner, really good corner, pretty high on him. I'm going to give him an A to the Jets. Makes sense. What's your grade?
I'm gonna give it an A.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to go to the Jets.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to go to around 5 or 7 to the Giants.
Me too. That's what I had.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good pick for the Jets. I'm gonna give it an A.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of the Giants, they had the 5th pick, and this is my opinion one of the better picks in the draft. Kayvon Thibodeau is my number 1 edge. He has the best upside. His production and floor is underrated. He has Myles Garrett type of upside as a pass rusher. He can work on some of his moves on the inside, but I like Kayvon Thibodeau to the Giants at 5. Best player available at a need. Makes sense for New York. I like that pick.
I'm gonna rate it an A.
Yeah.
I'll rate it an A plus.
Mm-hmm.
like Kayvon Thibodeau is a dog.
For real.
He's yeah, he's elusive.
Yes.
He's big. He's
He
huge.
is. He is.
He's just an overall beast, and I'm glad they got him. So
Yeah.
I'm rated A+.
I'm gonna give that an A+ as well. We go to the Panthers here.
Chunks, bro.
See, Cody has a serious problem with offensive linemen. All right, and defensive
do.
linemen.
I hate him.
He literally just thinks they're chunks, bro. He just thinks they're
Michael
chunks.
Pierce. Shout out to Michael Pierce.
Yeah, they are chunks, but they're good. And I think the Panthers grabbed the best offensive tackle in the class. People like to say Evan Neal. I prefer Ike Mekwanu's versatility. Can play guard almost better than tackle. He's still raw in the pass blocking game at times, but you could also say he's a little undersized at 6'4", 310, but I think that's pretty big. He can be that starting left tackle right away. People had quarterbacks here. I always stuck with tackle here, so I'm glad I got that right. Panthers go Ike Mekwanu. Good pick. You know, offensive linemen are never exciting, but it's a need. I'm going to give that pick A+. I think it's good value there at 6.
Into the draft, I didn't know too much about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then I watched a few highlight videos of him.
Yeah.
I know he's got good agility. You said he's more on the small side, but
Yeah.
that's definitely not a small dude.
Yeah,
you know?
like in terms of actual person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, maybe being on the small side, better footwork,
Right.
more elusive. You know,
He's athletic. Yeah.
So, yeah.
What you going to
I'll
rate that?
I rate it A flat.
A flat. That's good. I like it. Back-to-back tackles off the board. They go Evan
Yes.
Neal, who's a lot of people's favorite. He's bigger, 6'8", 337. Honestly, I don't know about you, but 337 for someone who's 6'8" is kind of like not chunks. Like this dude is like kind of lean at tackle. If you look at his build, he just looks muscular, athletic. He struggles to balance because of his height, but he is definitely like Alabama tackles are going to go off the board quick. You look at Alex Leatherwood, who was likely a second-round pick last year, went to 17 to the Raiders. This is always going to happen. I like Evan Neal, my number 2 tackle in the class. He's a great player. You know, there's just some things that it's kind of a question mark in terms of versatility. Like people say he can play guard. I just don't think that'll work at the NFL level. He's just too like obtruding for running backs to run behind. But I like Evan Neal at the Giants at 7. I think it's a good pick. They got two needs. Like Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau in the same class that's very good. I'm gonna give this pick an A.
He's big.
He's big, girthy.
But, like, alright, here's the thing. It could probably affect the footwork, how mobile he is.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, pretty good. Stud. It'll help out their O-line. So, I'm going to rate it A-.
That's good. I like it. Shut up. 8, Atlanta. They go Drake London. I don't like this pick at all. And the reason I say it is because Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams, and Chris Olave are available, and I prefer all of them over Drake London. I'll tell you a bit about London. He's big. He has good hands. You know who else is big and has good hands and was ranked as a really high prospect a couple years ago? N'Keal Harry. Like, these players a lot of times do not pan out to be great NFL talents. Drake London was a lot better of a prospect as N'Keal Harry, but they just remind me of him. He's 6'4", 220. He's a big guy. He just can't separate. And I don't like drafting receivers that can't separate. He also plays in the slot a lot, like more than the outside. And they have Kyle Pitts literally playing slot receiver majority of the reps. So it's like, what's the point? I think like Garrett Wilson or Jameson Williams would have been a better complement to Kyle Pitts, but they did what they did. Hyped as the number 1 receiver in the class. I personally don't think so. But they went Drake London. And I'm going to give this pick a C+.
Yeah. For sure. If I was Atlanta, my number 1 receiver, I would have definitely chosen Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
He's quick. I'm going to have to rate the pick a C.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Like,
He's good. It's just like, come on.
this just shows that a lot of teams pick players because of stats and hype. Like,
Right. Moving on to the Seahawks at 9. Now, our good friend Dave was a Seahawks fan, right? And he was not very happy. And like, we gotta take that into account because he's a Seahawks fan, just like how we're a Ravens fan. The way we see our picks, I think this was a good pick at 9. And let's think about it. You never gave Russell Wilson a good offensive line. You shipped him out. It's kind of a start of a new era. You got rid of your old quarterback that you never gave an offensive line. You're going to bring in a new quarterback at some point. Might as well start him off with a good offensive line. And Charles Cross is one step into that direction. Immediate starter, impact player at left tackle. He's probably the most fundamentally sound offensive lineman in the class. Very, very fundamental. Really smart player. Charles Cross, really good tackle. 3rd tackle off the board. Went to a good team in a good situation there in Seattle. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. David is not going to be happy I said that, though. Who's he blocking for?
Drew Lock, bro. The
Facts.
GOAT quarterback.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Again, you know, a lot of offensive tackle, defensive tackle picks, they're very underwhelming, not exciting.
Yeah. But it's important.
You know, they do make a huge difference on your team.
Yes.
You know, like I remember, you know, this is kind of jumping ahead, but pick 23 when we got Tyler Linderbaum.
Right.
You know, the first hour I was a little disappointed.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've had O-line trouble, and I feel like I don't even know why I'm talking about Linderbaum right now, but back to Charles Cross, offensive tackles, they make a huge difference. So I'm going to rate it an A-.
Yeah, I'm going to give this pick an A+. I think it was incredible value at 9, and Seattle gets a really good tackle. Moving on to the 10th pick, where I thought this was going to be Jameson Williams just because of the reports saying they were more interested in Williams. But they went Garrett Wilson, who's my number 2 wide receiver in the class. He's a very, very good player. He's more of the all-around receiver. When you look at guys like Chris Olave, Drake London, and Jameson Williams, they're all kind of one trait dominant. Like Jameson Williams, blazing over the top speed. Drake London, best hands in the class by a mile. Chris Olave, kind of slot, shifty route runner type of player. And Garrett Wilson is the best of all those worlds. So, you know, he's a good player. And I think he reminds me a lot of Stephon Diggs just because he's very smooth, good ball tracking ability. They get a good player at 10. And I think that's a fine pick. You could have traded it for Deebo, but they declined. The 49ers declined the 10th pick for Deebo Samuel. So,
surprising.
Yeah. I'm going to give this pick an A.
Okay.
What you got? You biased OSU fan.
OSU fan. I'm gonna have to give the pick an A+. You know, Garrett Wilson. He's an absolute stud. If you watch his college highlight tapes, you know he was the best wide receiver on that OSU team.
For sure.
You know, I feel like he's quick.
Yep.
He's got good awareness. Feel like I've seen him in the slot and on the outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a good overall receiver, and I like that pick.
It was a good pick.
So yeah,
I like it.
A+.
I
also like how OSU receivers went back to back.
Yes, that's Chris Olave to the Saints. Now,
Yes, sir.
when I first reacted to this, I was like, dude, I don't know about that. Because I thought they could have had him at their original pick at 15 or their other original pick at 18 or at 19. So it's like, but then I realized after that pick, there was a run on receivers. You go down the board, Jameson Williams goes, Jahan Dotson goes, Treylon Burks goes before your 19th pick. So it's like you almost had to.
Yeah.
And Olave, he's good. You know, he's my number 3, number 4 receiver in the class. Kind of tied there with Drake London. They're obviously way different players. Olave reminds me a lot of a guy like Tyler Lockett, where he's like this kind of, he's not overly whelmingly small. I mean, he's like 6 foot, 187. He just plays kind of small. He plays underneath guys in the slot. I like Chris Olave though. I think he's just a smooth route runner. Decent hands. They traded up. They got a good player, and that's that nice compliment to Michael Thomas. And I'm gonna give this pick a B+. I think it was very solid.
Okay.
What you got for this? Another biased OSU take. A+. A+.
I'm gonna give it an A flat.
Okay.
You know, just cause
You straight, bro?
There's someone standing outside my door, but I don't care. Obviously, his nickname, Big Play Olave.
Yes, sir. That's fire.
He's a playmaker for
Yeah.
sure. He's not. I don't. He could be their main guy, obviously, because their
Yeah.
receiving core. It's not the best.
Thomas
but
is
it's
still
not
a
the
question mark too with this health.
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he could go in there and be their wide receiver one.
So
Yeah.
that moves us to the 12th pick, where the Lions traded 20 spots and didn't really give up that much. One of
Yeah.
the weirdest picks in the class, where the Vikings were set up to select Kyle Hamilton, and they traded back 20 spots and took another safety, in Lewis Cine, who's definitely a worse prospect. It was confusing. I don't understand that when you could have had Hamilton at the same pick. Vikings do what they do. Lions surprisingly made a good move in the draft, drafting Hutchinson and then trading up 20 spots to draft my number one receiver in the entire class. He's almost 6'3", 6'2 and like a half, 180, fastest player in the class by a mile. If he didn't tear his ACL in the national title game, he literally would have been the first receiver off the board, and it wouldn't have been close. Reminds me a lot of just a guy like Tyreek Hill, and that's a really strong comparison. Just someone, he's a taller Tyreek. He might be faster. If you watch Jameson Williams play, nobody can guard him, dude. He is a burner over the top. Really good deep route running. I think the Lions got the best receiver in the class at 12, and I'm gonna give this pick an A+, dude. I like that.
It was a good pick. Like you said, if he didn't tear his ACL, he easily would have been the first wide receiver chosen.
Yeah,
He reminds me. You brought up Tyreek Hill.
yeah.
I want to say he reminds me of Nicole Hardman.
I thought you were gonna say Henry Ruggs for a second. I was about to laugh.
Nah, bro. Hardman with good hands.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bigger too.
It's the difference is Hardman's like that jet sweep guy. I think Williams is too good of a route runner. That's the thing.
It could. I don't want to blow it out of proportion, but I kind of see a faster Devontae Adams.
Yeah, that makes sense. He has that type of upside too. He's really.
Yeah.
They say OBJ for their comparison.
I don't want to overhype it, but
Yeah.
that's who I see.
Yeah, I
But
see that.
I'm gonna rate the pick an A. He's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good duo with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
got-
St. Brown.
Yeah,
Like,
and they got DJ
he's-
Chark too in free agency.
Instant impact.
And am I wrong? Didn't we both think this pick was gonna be Malik Willis when they traded up?
Yeah.
I thought we both thought it had to be, but they went receiver and they got a good one.
And speaking of like picks,
Yeah,
like for my mock draft, guys, we made a mock draft
Yeah.
before, like what was it, 2 hours before the draft.
yeah,
The only pick that I got correct was Chris Olave going to the Saints at
Yeah.
11. So yeah, that's my only pick.
yeah, dude. I got a couple right later, but it was just unpredictable, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Like after Derek Stingley went third, I knew it was gonna be a weird draft.
Dude, we had New England taking like, London late. Like it was weird, but
Yeah.
Eagles traded up to jump us. I think their mindset was that Baltimore was gonna take Jordan Davis, if he was there. So they jumped us one spot, to take Jordan Davis. Really, really big athletic guy. I mean, 6'6", 3. He plays at 360. So don't listen to the ESPN thing. And he plays faster. He ran a faster 40 than guys like Patrick Mahomes and like Josh Allen. He ran a 4.78. That's ridiculous. He's going to be a great impact player for the Eagles right away. I like that pick. I'm going to give it an A. I like it.
Sure. Yeah, and I feel like for the Ravens, he was definitely our number one draft prospect.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody was
realistic
saying it.
ones. Obviously, this next pick is so surreal and unrealistic, but I don't. It's crazy.
It was,
But,
yeah. I can't wait to talk
Jordan
about it.
I'm gonna give it an A.
Yeah.
Overall stud.
Facts.
If you're that big, running a 4.7, you got a bright future. So
Oh, God. All right. Now, Baltimore Ravens at 14 select Kyle Hamilton, safety out of Notre Dame. First of all, they drafted best player available. And I kind of expected them to. I thought on their board, their best player available would have been Jermaine Johnson. But they went on the secondary. They selected a generational safety prospect. You can see how hype Cody's getting, bro. I don't even know where he went, bro. He's hype, bro. He's hype. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Wait. All right, bro. It's like taped to my wall, and I can't take it down. I'm gonna take a picture from here, bro. Look, bro. We both printed a picture of him in the Ravens uniform, bro.
The stud.
Put my headset back on. I think it's safe to say, me and Cody were both pretty hyped when we selected Kyle Hamilton with the 14th
I
pick.
was just like jaw dropping. Like it was, and before our pick, like I remember us saying to each other, we're just like, "Yo, Kyle Hamilton's still on the board,"
And we didn't expect it, dude.
It did not.
I thought he was going to be gone probably at like 7 to New York. 6'4", 220, incredible range. Plays way faster than his 40 time shows. He can line up a lot of places. He played center field, free safety a lot at Notre Dame. He's definitely not going to be taking over that role in Baltimore. He's going to be at starting strong safety. Marcus Williams will play that center deep free safety role. Kyle Hamilton at strong safety. Incredible prospect. Incredible range. He's just an incredible player. He's incredibly big, incredibly tall, incredible reach, and he's great ball skills. And this guy's NFL comp is Derwin James, and that makes sense with the versatility. But his type of ceiling is like Hall of Fame safety level. Like he can be that like Sean Taylor type of safety. When you really look at him, he's not as much as a big hitter, more of like a really technical tackler and blows up the plays in that department. Kyle Hamilton, I think, is going to be an immediate impact player for Baltimore, who had one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL last season. Can move around a lot. I know you're going to talk forever about Hamilton. You love him, bro.
Hey man, I could talk about him all night.
I give this pick an A+, bro. Like non-biased. A lot of people give it.
I give it a triple A+, bro.
It's a great pick, dude.
Bro. Alright, I gotta set a limit. I can't go over 1040 on this, bro.
Yes, bro.
But alright. Kyle Hamilton, bro.
Yes, bro.
Was
Best
supposed
prospect.
to be a top 10 pick.
Yes, bro. For sure. I thought it was.
Like, what? The day of the draft, he didn't even cross my mind.
He did not, man.
Thinking that we would get him. Like, it was crazy.
For real.
Like, I feel like when we were at the draft party at the stadium, like, when we drafted him, it wasn't even that loud because half the people probably were, like, speechless, bruh.
Yeah, it was like a second, and then you heard clapping.
Exactly. I was just like, what the heck? We just got arguably the best prospect in the draft.
I have him as my third-ranked prospect in the draft, and we got him at 14.
I think I had him going 7th to New York.
Yeah. I think I had him 8 to Atlanta. But earlier, like a month ago, I had him 3 to the Texans. So you could see how he fell. His 40 time had a big impact on that. Doesn't really make sense to me. He still ran a 4.58 officially at the combine. Ran like a 4.7 at his Notre Dame Pro Day. He had bad 40 form, so that's a big part of it. That does not.
Yeah, he weaved a ton.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. He plays like a 4.4 guy. Great range. Ravens arguably get the best player in the class at 14. Baltimore continuously, a day in and day out, drafts incredibly, and they did it again here in 2022. Giving this pick an A+. I think you did the same thing. So we are set, bro. We got the best safety in the class for sure.
Like I'm excited.
Me too,
I'm definitely he's the most exciting player in this draft.
It's crazy.
Hopefully we can go to that game opener.
Yes, bro.
I mean that home opener.
Yes, bro.
See his first ever snap in the National Football
It's gonna be a
League.
pick 6, bro. His first snap at Notre Dame was a pick 6.
Bro,
Yes, bro.
but like, it's It's amazing. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Um, Easily one of the most technical players I've ever seen.
for real.
He's quick. He's mobile. Um, like you said, he's not. He. I guess you could say passive aggressive. I don't know. Like speechless, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm just excited.
All right, we definitely
playing
talked like about Kyle Hamilton like 7 minutes more than any other player. We gotta be even, bro. We gotta go to Kenyon
bro.
Green, bro.
I have nothing to say about this.
Okay, no, I've watched tape on Kenyon Green.
Lineman.
Honestly, when the Ravens picked at 23, like, if I knew like beforehand that the Ravens were gonna pick at 23, this means still talking about Hamilton, bro. Hamilton's a stud, bro. Let's go, bro. Yes, sir. He's so fine too, bro. This man Cody hates O lineman, bro. We got Kyle Hamilton. Look, bro. The
I gotta stop talking about him.
the fuck did my light shit
Finna-
do? All right, bet.
I'm
Kenyon
finna cry,
Green.
bro.
Kenyon Green to the Texans at 13. Good pick. You need a guard. Get a guard. Best guard available. Yeah. I mean, what else can you say? You got an offensive lineman. You needed an offensive lineman, and Kenyon Green, decent player. I think I had Zion Johnson with a higher grade, but I'm gonna give Kenyon Green an A as their grade. Good player. Good run blocker. What you gonna grade that joint, bro?
Kenny Green. I'm gonna it. I think I'm gonna go a D flat.
Bro.
Nah, I'm playing.
I was about to say, like, damn.
Alright. I'm gonna give it an A flat.
Yeah.
I'm not real big on offensive linemen.
He's
Obviously.
not, bro. He's all defense, bro. That's all I'm gonna care about.
like
We drafted Linderbaum and was like, dang it! This man went in the car and slammed the door, bro. Why did we draft Linderbaum over Jermaine Johnson? Oh!
Yeah, okay, listen. I think if we can stick, I took a video of my reaction to when we drafted him live. If we can stick that in the video, we will. You
Yes,
can hear
bro.
me in the background just saying. I was just like, "What the hell, dude?"
Bro, you was fuming, bro.
I, like, bro, you stay another 2 hours to pick, and then you got Jermaine Johnson on the board, bro. Even Devin Lloyd, bro.
I still like Linderbaum, but, you know,
But listen.
this is not about Linderbaum.
obviously-
Kenyon Green!
Okay, Kenny Green. I'm gonna grade it an A. I don't really know much about the guy, but I know he's a stud. I think I watched maybe one highlight video on him. Obviously, I'm not that big on offensive linemen,
No, bro.
but yeah, good for them. I'm gonna rate it an A. Screw him. Let's move on to pick number 16.
Okay, this is one of the biggest reaches in the class. Jahan
I
Dotson.
thought he was a second round.
That's what I was about to say. I thought he was an early second round player. Maybe to the Chiefs. I think I had the Chiefs taking him at 30.
Yeah.
Yikes, dude. Yikes. You literally, what I don't get is
He's the next Calvin Ridley, dude.
I'm just
I can see
struggling.
it.
I'm just struggling to process it when when you could have stayed at your spot and taken Olave, Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
And I have Treylon Burks with a higher grade, who went 2 picks later.
Tyquan Thornton?
No, hell
playing.
no,
I'm
bro. But they went. You're not Bill Belichick, bro. But Jahan Dotson, kind of an interesting pick. I have him as my 7th receiver in the class. I gave Pickens a higher grade than him. 16. It's a reach. I'm gonna give it a C. You know, it's a good receiver. It's just such a deep class, and I thought there were better options.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely like this past college season. I watched a lot on this guy.
Yeah.
Huge playmaker. I like him as an overall receiver. I do see him as I don't want to say small, but he is under 6 foot.
Yeah.
I had him going in the second round. Maybe early to mid second round.
Yeah.
But I definitely did not expect him to go at pick 16.
Yeah, me
So,
either.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna rate it a B.
Yeah, I give that joint a C. All right, another lineman.
C? Not even like a C plus.
I give it a C, bro.
Uh,
Zion Johnson.
okay.
My number one guard in the class at 17. You needed a guard. He can also play tackle, maybe. He's a very fundamentally sound guard as well. I like him. I give this pick a B plus. I thought it was good, but offensive guard in the top 20, I'm never gonna give an A. So I'm gonna give it a. I mean, I did give Kenyon Green, but he has tackle flexibility. So it's like Johnson. I'm gonna give it. He's a little undersized, 6'3" for guard.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a B plus. Traylon Burks to the Titans. They drafted AJ Brown. Literally, look at the Matt Miller's NFL comp as AJ Brown. They're so similar. They're not much of route runners. They're 50-50 ball guys. Very fast after the catch. They're like
big.
They're big. 6'2", 225. I think he's a little bigger than Brown. He's kind of chunks for receiver, but they took him, and I like it. I'm gonna give this pick a minus because it's not an A plus because I'm gonna give it a B plus. The reason I say it is because you did trade AJ Brown, and we got to put that in consideration because AJ Brown's a proven guy. So it's like, yeah, what you gonna grade that joint, bro?
I'm gonna grade it. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna grade it a B plus.
For sure.
He's a stud. He's big. I guess he's big. Yeah.
So when I heard that Burks, the Eagles or the Ravens traded Hollywood for the 23rd pick, I thought Burks was going to be there, and I would have definitely selected Burks. We need another receiver, but that's another conversation. Burks to the Titans at 18 is a good value pick. I like it. Moving on to the Saints, who took chunks tackle Trevor Penning, 6'7", 330. I'm so thankful that we did not select Trevor Penning at 14.
I would not be here right now, bro.
Bro, we would not be even talking about Ravens draft, bro. Let's go, bro.
Like, the whole time after pick 14, like, everyone was just like, please do not draft Trevor Penning.
Dude, for real. I'm just so happy. And I'm so happy he wasn't there at 23 either. Because we might have taken him, bro.
Like, we were happy when he got drafted.
For real, we was like, yes, sir! Everybody in the Ravens draft room was hyped, bro.
Yeah.
I do not like Penning. He holds a lot. He gets a ton of unnecessary roughness plays. Calls on him. I just don't like it. I think he'll be fine. He's big, athletic. He just doesn't have that proven talent to go in the top 20. And the Saints took him at the end of the teens. I'm going to give this pick a C+, It's a need, and I think it's probably the best tackle available. But it's just, it's Penning, bro. It's Penning. Penning gave me nightmares for months, bro. Literally, that the Ravens select Trevor Penning. Like, I was so afraid of it.
After John Harbaugh said he's interested in Penning, I was like, all right, bro. Nah.
And it's crazy how he said he wasn't interested in drafting a center in the draft. And then he drafted Linderbaum. The smoke screens from Harbaugh are crazy, bro. Harbaugh be in Ukraine. I'm playing.
Speaking of smoke screens, bro, I just want to say, bro, EDC at pick 14, with, like, everything that they did that night, he for real finessed the whole league.
EDC got my respect, bro.
For real. Like, I'll give it to him, man. He's a WGM.
I agree. Steelers at 20, divisional rivals. Now, when they selected Kenny Pickett, I started laughing.
Yeah.
But might have been the only person laughing because...
Oh, no, dude, I was dying.
Yeah, because me and Cody, like, our table was laughing. But, like, nobody else was laughing, and I don't know why. Here's my take on Kenny Pickett. He's Jared Goff with smaller hands. Like, everybody says the hands, but they said that about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had, like, not crazy small hands. This guy comes into the league. I think he's, like, the third percentile in the league. He has the smallest hands immediately in NFL history at quarterback. He wears 2 gloves for a reason. You know who else wears 2 gloves? And has small hands? Teddy Bridgewater. And I don't know if the Steelers are willing to draft Teddy Bridgewater at 20. I'm like really low on Pickett. I have Malik Willis over him. I have Desmond Ridder over him. I have Matt Corral over him. And I damn near have Sam Howell over him. I was just bewildered. I thought it was definitely Malik Willis, and we heard Kenny Pickett. It was just funny. Because I thought they were tired of a weak arm quarterback the last 2 seasons with Ben Roethlisberger, and they took somebody who doesn't even have an upgradable arm. Like, it's very similar arm strength, and Malik Willis has like a crazy arm strength, so it's like, okay, bro, you do you, Steelers, you do you, bro.
Bro, it's just gonna make our wins easier.
Oh God, bro, they got Jared Goff with smaller hands throwing passes to Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton, and Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey.
I'm saying, bro, he's gonna be passing dots to our defense.
Oh God, I'm gonna give this pick
I'm gonna give it an A+.
Oh, facts for us. It's an A+.
Just because he's gonna be throwing us 5 picks every single game we play him.
People are gonna think we're so biased, bro.
And here's the thing, bro. Like, homie has small hands. He can't hold on to the football. You know what else that means? That means Owe and Ojabo can get right in there, strip the ball right out.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm gonna give this pick a D+.
A+.
For the Steelers, I'm gonna give it a D+. Now that's gonna be incredibly low. I'm one of like the only people who are so low on Pickett, but I've watched his film, bro.
Yeah.
I've watched his film, bro.
Yeah.
This dude is ass, and I don't care what you say. Maybe I just had the worst take. Maybe I just stated the worst take ever. Everyone's gonna replay this and laugh at me. He might be the next Patrick Mahomes, but I will still stand by this to this day. I've watched his film. I've intently watched him. I don't see anything that would leads you to believe he's the best quarterback in the class. I don't get it. He's accurate. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter when you have small ass hands, bro. You know. All right, we're gonna go. Well, wait. What's your grade? For the Steelers?
Kenny Pickett. Obviously, I don't like him. I don't know. He just seems like he'd be a dick too. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh God, bro.
Like, I think this might be the biggest bust in the draft.
Yeah.
Like, they for real just drafted Kirk Cousins with midget hands.
That's perfect. There you go. Kirk Cousins with midget hands.
But like, that's, I don't know. Like, when I watched his film, he's accurate. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But he does not put speed on the ball.
For
That's
real.
one thing. That is one thing that I noticed about him. He does not put speed on the ball.
He floats that joint, bro.
Exactly.
We got the Chiefs at 21, who select Trent McDuffie. They traded
I'm
up.
happy for him, bro. I'm happy for him.
This was my final mock draft pick for Baltimore to take McDuffie at 14. I think we got someone that we weren't expecting to be there, and I wouldn't hesitate.
For sure.
But McDuffie to the Chiefs, my third-ranked corner in the class. Very versatile. He's going to be a great player on the Chiefs defense. Definitely going to be a good player. I really like McDuffie. Chiefs got a good one. They trade up with the Patriots. Patriots always do stupid decisions. I thought they would take McDuffie because they need a corner. But you know what? I'm starting to think New England doesn't like corners because you had a top 5 corner in the NFL that wanted to re-sign with you. But you literally didn't offer him. You said, nah, bro. I like Cole Strange, bro. And then you didn't select his replacement in Trent McDuffie. Bill Belichick is going to get fired next offseason, bro. I'm trying to tell people.
But then Bill Belichick saw that video of Travis Jones.
That's what Matt, play that video, Matt.
Bro, he threw Cole Strange around like a rag doll, bro.
He cheeked him, bro. Our 3rd round pick cheeked him, bro.
Bro.
How are we talking about Cole Strange when it's the Chiefs pick for Trent McDuffie?
I don't know.
Yo, I'm gonna give this pick a plus. Great value at 21. Arguably the second best corner in the class. I have him right next to Sauce Gardner. That might be a hot take, but I don't care. McDuffie, very good, talented, very versatile. You know, makes sense. Now, what's your grade for Trent McDuffie?
All right. So obviously, Isaac knows that I was super high on Trent McDuffie going into this draft.
Yeah.
I really thought that he was gonna go to the Ravens.
He just seemed like it.
You know, that's just so weird how, like, I don't know. I didn't expect him to fall to number 21. I thought he was gonna be a top 15 pick.
Yeah, me too.
And if the Vikings didn't trade, I feel like they might have gotten him there at number 12.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm a rate it a A+. He's a lockdown corner. He's quick. His awareness is elite.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's smart. He's very smart.
Yeah, I think so too.
So yeah.
The Chiefs had a good draft, dude.
Yeah.
Packers. Now I like Quay Walker.
L draft, bro. L draft.
I don't know. Devontae Wyatt late is pretty good value, but Quay Walker, he's definitely the most athletic middle linebacker in the class. Best range, decent pass coverage. He can also play like outside linebacker as a pass rusher too. He's listed as an inside linebacker guy. I don't think we'll really have that role with Devondre Campbell kind of and Rashawn Gary kind of taking that. But Quay Walker, I think it's a good fit. Decent player. I just thought with Nakobe Dean and Devin Lloyd on the board, who I had ranked higher than him. But there was a lot of Quay Walker hype cut like an hour before the draft. I guess we got that leaked, and they selected him there. I thought it was going to be receiver, but all the receivers went. It's not like George Pickens is worth the 22nd pick in the draft. Mm-hmm. So they went linebacker here, and apparently Rodgers was okay with it. They called Rodgers apparently before the pick. Do you really want to make us take a receiver? But I'm gonna give this pick a C+, or no, a B. I'll give it a B. The Bills.
Next pick.
I don't like this pick very much. Kyer Elam. There's a lot of first round hype for him. I just thought Andrew Booth was the better prospect. Went later in the second to the Vikings.
Injury definitely affected that.
Yeah, Kyer Elam is probably a better fit for the Bills. He's tall. I think he plays more like 6'3". He's got quick feet. He's decent ball skill. He's decent ball skills.
Yes, sir.
Bro, this man, for the pre-draft analysis says he's handsy. I'm gonna give this pick a B+. What you got for him?
Kyer Elam.
Yo, do you know who Matt Elam was?
Yeah.
Ravens drafted him, and he was like a huge bust. Yeah, that's his nephew.
Okay, well, I guess we already know the future. Alright. Listen. Hold up. Wait. Let me look something up real quick.
Bro, Matt just sent me a text. This is completely unrelated. He said George Pickens equals NFL Youngboy. That's actually a W name, bro.
Yeah, dude, George Pickens, bro. He's got an attitude.
He's a menace.
Dude, did you see his draft video?
Where he was like looking and he was like,
dude, homie looks like he's a thug, dude.
For real, bro.
Like actually. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. Listen. You might call me weird for this, but Kyer Elam, he reminds me of AJ Terrell. He's pretty quick. Mm-hmm. He's pretty big.
Yeah.
But obviously, his family doesn't have a very good past
track record. Yeah.
NFL. But who knows, man.
Poor man's AJ Terrell.
I'm gonna rate it a A-.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a good cornerback, though.
He is. We're gonna go to the Cowboys at 24. They select project tackle / guard Tyler Smith.
Project tackle.
He's project player. He needs some work. he pancakes a lot of guys, but he also just whiffs sometimes. So it's like you need to work on that. I think he went to a decent team to teach him that. That probably gonna play guard year one and then be that long-term Lyle Collins replacement. They go Tyler Smith there, not a terrible pick. I'm gonna give it like a C plus. It's late in the first. You're not gonna get insane. I thought it was gonna be Linderbaum, who's on the board, who's probably gonna play guard for him, but they go Tyler Smith. I'm gonna give it a C plus.
All right. Obviously another offensive tackle. I don't got shit to say about him. Because I
That
do not
ass.
care.
For real.
But like honestly, if I'm the Cowboys right now, I'm thinking they're gonna go with another defensive player, dude.
Yeah.
Ravens fans have no room to talk about overstacking their defense.
I wanted a receiver so bad.
But like, Tyler Smith, good pick, smart pick. It's underwhelming. Obviously not that exciting, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good pick. I'll rate it A minus.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Baltimore Ravens originally picked at 23. Forgot to talk about the Bills pick. They traded back 2 spots. And we select Tyler Linderbaum, center out of Iowa. Our instant reaction was kind of underwhelming considering Jermaine Johnson.
I hated it.
I kind of wanted George Pickens. Might have been a little early for him. I also kind of wanted Jermaine Johnson, like I said. I thought Booth was a possibility.
Yeah.
But we went center, and it's definitely a need. Definitely boosted our offensive line. You think about Lamar Jackson's best year, where he had one of the better offensive lines in football, and he won MVP that year in 2019. Our O-line fell apart the next 2 years. Going to try to rebuild that. We got a little better weapons this year than we did in 2019. If you think about Bateman and Andrews, we're still missing that
That's
number.
about it.
We're still missing that number 2 guy.
We got Devin Duvernay, bro.
I hate when
Devin
people.
Duvernay.
I hate. My dad says that. He's like, we gotta let Duvernay and Proch develop, and I said, yeah, they'll be decent wide receiver 3s. Like they're not receiver 2 guys.
Duvernay is a good wide receiver 3.
Yeah, exactly. And Proch is also a good wide receiver 3. It's just none of them are receiver 2s. Linderbaum, though I'm really high on, he is the best interior offensive lineman in the class. Fills a big need. This guy's NFL comp is Jason Kelsey. I think that is literally perfect. He's probably going to be the best center in the NFL at the end of the season. It's just the fact that he's center, and it's not the most exciting, flashy pick, but it makes sense for Baltimore. I'm going to give this pick an A. It's also really good value at 29. He could have gone way earlier. Like, he was mocked to us at 14, bro.
Yeah. So, like, I wasn't very excited about it at first, obviously. But, like, because I really, really thought, like, I remember we were so hyped that Jermaine Johnson was still on the board.
Yeah, it took away from it, dude.
I really thought we were going to get Johnson. Obviously, there was something about him that the Ravens didn't like.
Yeah.
But, that's okay because...
I think it's because we were targeting Ojabo in the second.
Yeah.
So it's like because of the Michigan connection and the Harbaugh connection, the McDonald connection, the OA connection. A lot of connections.
Yeah.
So they were targeting him. I thought they were willing to trade up in the second, I've heard, for Ojabo. He fell in their laps at 14. And we went Linderbaum. We literally have 4 first-round caliber players in the class. Think about Kyle Hamilton, definitely deserving of a first-round grade. Tyler Linderbaum, first-round grade. Ojabo before his Achilles was a top 10 pick maybe. Then you think about Travis Jones, early second-round grade for him, maybe even late first. We had a great draft. Our draft is an A+. This pick's an A. I like Linderbaum. Fills a huge need in Baltimore. I like it. What's your grade?
I'm going to give it an A.
Yeah. Very
Definitely
solid.
going to elevate our O-line.
For sure.
Help out. Keeping Lamar safe.
Yeah, for real.
Giving him more time in the pocket.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm excited.
Now, Jets might have had the biggest steal in the draft at 26, selecting Jermaine Johnson, edge out of Florida State. I had him as my edge rusher number 4, but being the 4th best edge rusher in this year's edge class is very good. He is incredibly productive, one of the more productive edges in this year's class. About 12 sacks, 17 tackles for loss. You look at a player who has a tremendous upside as well. Maybe a top 10 pick, definitely top 15. Went at 26. Jets had a great all-around draft. This pick has to be an A plus for the Jets.
For sure.
Yeah,
I definitely had him going way earlier.
for sure.
I'm just so surprised he fell to 26.
Me
I
too.
still do not know like the exact reason why, but
Me either.
good for them. They had a great draft.
They
I'm
did.
sorry, Jets fans, but there's a good chance that you still suck. But
There is.
You're getting up there. You got arguably the best corner in the draft. You got a top 5 edge in the draft.
Top 2 receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
So very
they
good.
had a good draft.
They had a
a
very good draft. Move on to the Jags, traded back into the first round, and I believe 27 was... Whose pick was that? Who picked at 27 originally?
Hold up. Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's right. They got they picked up that Logan Hall, I think, was who they picked. But
Yeah.
they select Devin Lloyd, middle linebacker to 6'3", my number 1 linebacker in the class. I definitely thought it was a sneaky need for Baltimore to take at 14 if Hamilton wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
They get him at 27, incredible value. So he ran a slow 40, that's why he fell. He ran a 4.7, but he plays much faster than that. NFL comp is Darius Leonard for this guy. I can certainly agree with that. Can play middle, can play outside. He's a very good player. He racked up 7 sacks, I think, at middle linebacker, and 4 picks. He is a playmaker. I don't think it was the biggest need in Jacksonville after picking up Foye Oluokun, but you did lose Miles Jack. So Jacksonville, they had a good draft, I'd say. I mean, still, Walker at 1 left a bad taste in my mouth, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that pick a B plus.
I like Devin Lloyd. I think at 25 when at pick 25 for the Ravens, I thought that was definitely an opportunity for us to pick him up there.
Yeah.
But I'm still glad we got Tyler Linderbaum. But definitely a late first rounder. I thought he might have gone maybe first, second, or third pick in the second round.
Yeah.
But yeah, he snuck into the first round. Good linebacker.
Right.
Nothing bad to say about him. So I'll put it at an A.
Yeah, that's fair. We got the Packers at 28. Didn't go wide receiver in the first round. They did trade back up in the second to select Christian Watson. But you get Devontae Wyatt, one of the better defensive tackles in this class, on a defensive line with Trayvon Walker and Jordan Davis. I believe he had the highest pressure rate. That's crazy, considering Trayvon Walker's an edge and Jordan Davis is 6'7" or 6'6", 360 and runs a 4.7. This guy had the highest pressure rate and the most productive sack record. Very good pass rushing defensive tackle. He's a little undersized at 6'3", 304. Compared to Davis, I guess. It just looks like he's more like 5'11" next to Davis. But he makes plays. He's good in the run game, good as a pass rusher, good at using his leverage. I'm going to give this pick an A. Very good value. I thought he was a top 15 lock. Went very late in the first. I'm going to give this pick an A to Packers.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it an A flat. He's a little on the smaller side, but that also has its upsides too.
Right.
Good footwork, more elusive. Can get O lineman.
Right.
Good at run stopping.
Very.
So
Yeah.
nothing bad to say about him.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
like
give
that
it
pick. I like that pick. Now, we're at the biggest meme pick in the draft. Go Cole Strange. Now, my favorite video, Matt might
Travis Jones' son, bro.
for real. My favorite video was when the Rams had a press conference. Every team has to do a mandatory night 1 press conference, and obviously the Rams had no pick. So their press conference was literally just them messing around. And during their press conference, Sean McVay and their GM saw on the TV next to them or something that Cole Strange was drafted in the first round. They started laughing because they spent time scouting Cole Strange at 104. Like, they thought that he was a possibility to be picked with the 104th pick in the class.
Just went.
Oh, my UT Chattanooga to the first round. Hey, where is...
How about that? And we wasted our time watching him thinking he'd be at 104 maybe.
Like, dude, what a
I
reach.
mean, hey man, it's.
What a reach, bro.
I remember like before the pick, you said like it was probably a minute before they picked. You were just like, it's gonna be some whack ass pick.
Yeah, bro, that's what I... Because it's like, that's what New England does. But the thing is, it's going to be a whack-ass pick that ends up being good.
He's gonna be a freaking Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's going to be a stud guard just because New England drafts him. And Tyquan Thornton, who's like a 6th-round receiver, is going to be the next Tyreek Hill. It's like, they're just weird, dude. They're a weird team, but he's probably going to be good. Like, if any other team did this, we'd like just... Crap. If any other team did this... If any other team did this, bro, we would not get off their ass, bro.
But you know,
New England did it.
Patriots have their way around. So.
Yeah. I'm going to give this pick... I have to give it a D+ just because it's Cole Strange in the first round, dude.
I'm gonna give it a C-.
Yeah. Karlaftis at 30, incredible value, very good power move. Reminds me a lot of a guy like Trey Hendrickson, where actually this guy's NFL comp.
I was about to say.
He's literally copying us, bro. This man's trying to steal our flow. Matt Miller says Trey Hendrickson, but I think the same thing. Very, very good at the line of scrimmage. Quick, good power moves. That's really all he has in his like pass rusher array of moves. Just the power move, but he's very good at it. Kind of got that Khalil Mack effect in that. But George Karlaftis at 30, incredible value. I think I'm going to give this pick an A+, just because I thought it was a candidate for the Ravens to take at 14. Not my favorite candidate, but they get him at 30, and I think that's very good value for the player.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah.
Like you said, definitely would compare him to Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's, 6'4", 266 pounds. Maybe, I don't know, an inch or two smaller than, the good defensive ends, but definitely good value in that pick.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like he might be a little underrated.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for them. I'm gonna put it as an A flat.
Fair.
So.
It's very fair. All right, we're gonna go to the Bengals at 31. I thought they had a great selection with Daxton Hill. Can play corner. He's very athletic. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was worried the Ravens were gonna take him at 14. The reason I say this is because he's Michigan, and
because
McDonald.
Kyle Hamilton would have been gone.
Yeah.
Or should have been.
If Hamilton was gone, I honestly think Dax Hill might have been the pick, and that's incredible reach at 14. But at 31, it's very fair. The Super Bowl team gets a very good starting safety, can also play nickel corner, can play boundary corner. He has that type of athleticism. I think he ran a 4.34.
Yeah.
So obviously he's not the same type of player as Kyle Hamilton. He's a little smaller, a little faster. Plays a different position. He's kind of that free safety, Jesse Bates long-term replacement, when Hamilton is this, strong safety, tackler, great range. They're different players, so it's not like you compare the two AFC North safeties. Like, no, it's not the same thing. Dax Hill at 31 to the Bengals. I think he's my second safety in the draft. Of course, Hamilton won. So it's good value at 31. I'm gonna give this pick an A. 31's good value for a guy like Dax Hill.
I'm gonna give the pick an A.
Yeah.
He's around the same size. Looks like kind of around the same build as Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, Matthew's probably a little shorter. I think he's like 5'9",
yeah,
but
yeah,
still,
but
very similar.
Yeah, solid pick. I'd say the second best safety in the class.
Yeah.
Besides
maybe Lewis Seen, but
yeah,
Hill,
he's definitely top 3.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like this could have been a possible draft for the Ravens if Kyle Hamilton.
I'm really glad it wasn't. That would have been a reach.
Because of Michigan and all the ties to Michigan that Ravens have.
The Harbaugh connection and the McDonald connection.
Yeah. But like, good for the Bengals. Good pick.
Yeah,
Good value towards the end of the first.
for sure.
Yeah.
Moving on to 32. Speaking of Lewis Cine, it's who the Vikings gave, and it's just a mind-boggling pick because Kyle Hamilton literally would have been there at 12.
Yeah.
Also, Jamison Williams could have been the pick at 12. You have a good receiver core, and
Jameson Williams and Jay Jettis.
you have Jay Jettas, you have Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen's not really a long-term answer, considering his age, and I thought Jameson Williams would have been fine. I thought if I was the Vikings, I would have definitely stayed at 12, and maybe even take McDuffie, or take Hamilton. You know, they opted to go move back 20 spots and select another safety. I don't understand it. Confusing to me. Cine is very fast. Might be the fastest safety in the class. Has the really good top end speed, but it doesn't matter when you're not very smart. Like, he doesn't play with brain power. He struggles in decision making. He over pursuits. He can play good man corner too. That's kind of an interesting thing about him. But he's a versatile safety. The Vikings get a decent player. Gave him a mid-second round grade. They took him end of the first. Don't know how I feel about it, especially given the context with where the Vikings could have gone. I'm gonna give this pick it a C plus. It's not like he's a bad player, so I'll give it a C plus.
The overall player, I'm gonna grade it at a B.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a B just because of what you said.
Yeah.
You know, he plays a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you said, he doesn't think a lot, but
He pursues and
Yeah.
goes for it, but
and also, just the fact that Minnesota even ended up all the way back here.
it's crazy, dude. I thought this was the Lions candidate at 32, but
I think it was definitely not a smart move to move all the way back because there was a ton of good players at 12.
there were.
I mean, there was no way to know it, but still.
Yeah, it's just confusing. It's the first year of a new head coach, in Kevin O'Connell, who I thought was gonna take a receiver just because you think about he's the Rams OC. They love their weapons. They ended up trading back 20 spots and going Lewis Cine. This could end very poorly for Kevin O'Connell's resume as a head coach, but it's really the GM's final choice. They go Lewis Cine at 32, trade back 20 spots, got some decent value, and they got Andrew Booth in the second round, which is really good. So we got to take that into effect.
Yeah.
I think the Vikings had a pretty decent draft, but just the move was confusing. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that pick a C plus, and that's gonna close the first round. I think tomorrow we're gonna do the second round, and I don't know if we'll do a third round, maybe. I don't think both of us have watched enough film on third round players. I've watched some on some of the players, but
Just
not
a few.
everyone. But I think I've watched like almost every first and second round player. Didn't watch anything on Cole Strange, by the way. But yeah. So that's the first round grades. I thought it was pretty fair. We try to keep it as unbiased as we can, but I did give Kenny Pickett like a D minus. That's a little biased, but that's our draft grades. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, Cody, I appreciate you for coming on. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Dap me
Sure.
up. We're gonna have our weekly podcast. We're gonna be uploading that. We just talk about stuff. This is a little bit of a side video where we just did our draft grades. Stay tuned for more content, and we really appreciate you for coming on. See you guys next time.